What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. We're going to talk about the Brooklyn Nets and the Toronto Raptors having a rematch from last year. This time, Brooklyn is very, very short-handed. No Dinwiddie, no Kyrie, no Kevin Durant, no DeAndre Jordan, no nothing. But they have found a way to maintain all season. They have continued to go out there and play games, make no excuses, and compete. Not only that, Karis LeVert showing that he can dime up his teammates, get to the basket, and still score off the dribble. And Joe Harris is knocking down threes from all over the place. Temple is knocking down three. Gerald Allen rolling to the rim, rebounding, trying to protect that paint the best way he can. And they ended up locking up the 7th seed, which they already had. And they get a chance to go against the Raptors. And if I had to be honest, I'd rather go against the Raptors than go against the Bucks, especially if I was a team like this. But at the same time, the Toronto Raptors have been amazing all season on the defensive end. They play together. They united. This team is absolutely amazing. I had Pascal Siakam coming into this year as an All-Star. I had him on my All-NBA team. I liked his defense, his switchability, his rotations. I like the fact that he's still trying to become a good spot-up shooter. He's even having the confidence to take a couple off the dribble. Not only that, gobbling up rebounds, knocking down mid-range, still has the spin move, still has the floater and the hook shot. Kyle Lowry going around here crossing people over, getting to the basket, knocking down threes. He's out there playing with Fred VanVleet on his other shoulder, and he's going around here shooting threes, doing whatever he wants to do on the court. You got guys like OG playing great defense throughout the whole entire year as a perimeter guy, which will help against guys like Karis LeVert, slow him down, make him take a lot of more tough shots, keep him away from the basket. And you have guys like Marcus Gasol and Pascal and Serge Ibaka behind you that can rotate and make him contest, get the ball over, kick it out, or at least block the shot and get out in transition. So to me, this is going to be an easy pick. Nobody's going to be surprised. But Toronto has a little bit too much talent. They play way better together. Not only that, this team is just virtually unstoppable when you play against a team like the Nets who can't really defend anybody, especially when you have so much floor spacing and then you can go big. You can go with Pascal at the 5 and stuff like that. I don't feel like the Nets have that luxury to do that, especially against Toronto. It would be helpful if they had a little bit more of their players back. But since they're out for the rest of the playoffs, this is what they have, and they've been feisty. They've been going out there competing. They've been trying to do whatever they can to close and win games, and you got to give them respect and credit for that. And I do consistently throughout my videos because it's honest and it's true. But also, the Raptors are just on another level. I don't even see the Nets winning the game. I know I said that throughout the year, but I did have them making the playoffs. I did think that they could be a threat in the seeding games, and I gave them credit for that. But the Raptors is way better. I thought the Raptors would be great even before the season started. I picked them to finish top 3 in the East, and they did that. And I also picked, a lot of these guys to have career years just because with the void, Kawhi Leonard leaves, other players going to step up, and that's exactly what they did. But they still played together instead of just going out there trying to get numbers, still going out there and trying to make a name for themselves. They stayed as a unit. They stayed playing together, and you got to give a lot of credit to Nick Nurse, but you also got to give credit to the winning mentality and the culture that Usai and the rest of the organization has been able to instill in these players. And I'm loving the Raptors. I love how they played all year. They're not a boring team. They're not the craziest team to watch, but they get the job done. They get the job done, and I just don't see how this Brooklyn team can go out there and win this series. I don't see one way unless major injuries happen to the Raptors. That's the only way they can be even close to beating this team. And even then, Nick Nurse and his coaching staff have shown whoever goes out, they still can go out there and compete with anybody any given night. And I will still give the edge to the Raptors to win the series because Nick Nurse has shown that the last 2 years that if they lose guys or guys don't play, he knows how to use other guys in lineups and put them in spots offensively and defensively where they need to be to still be able to be competing with any team in the NBA. So I will still pick the Raptors to win regardless. But when it comes to the Raptors, the only thing that I'm concerned about is, them getting a little lackadaisical offensively. I feel like sometimes they run sets and they kind of get a little confused a little bit when it comes to scoring because they don't have that guy they can consistently go to get them a bucket. Especially, I'm talking about in the fourth quarter. Sometimes they rely on Siakam to take some tough shots, and they rely on Lowry to make some crazy shots. And you have to do that if you late in the shot clock and you're under pressure. And if you want to send a message to the teammates, you're going in to crush them or break them, you have to do those things. But I think they have enough shot creation. I think they have enough perimeter scoring to, really put a number on the Brooklyn Nets. And I feel like they do match up pretty well. I feel like they can slow down Jared Allen. I feel like they can slow down that pick and roll with Karis LeVert with their wings and their guards. And the bigs that they have match up pretty well against the bigs of the Nets. And they are mobile and they can stay with these guys. And these guys are elite defenders in some aspects of defense, and they help each other. They communicate, they rotate, they make sure they put walls up. And I just don't see a way that Karis LeVert, who hasn't been the most efficient guy, especially from the 3-point line, I don't really see how he can really navigate and punish defenses against a team as good as the Raptors. Now, they have the personnel and they have the players to be able to make it chaotic for Karis LeVert to score consistently at an efficient rate, and he hasn't even done that in the seeding games anyway. But Karis LeVert going to have to knock down them threes. They're going to force him in those pick and rolls. They're going to force him as a ball handler to shoot that thing because they're not going to allow him to drive. They're not going to allow him to open up space for shooters. You can allow a lot of these guys that they can put on him. You can allow him to play one-on-one without really being scared of Karis LeVert going for 50. Just because if he does, he's going to have to take a lot of shots or he's going to have to get to the free throw line. If he doesn't do one of those two things, I don't really see how Karis LeVert is going to torch this particular team. Now, if it's a team like Washington or something like that, I can see it. But this defensive team and how they are and how they change up their defensive schemes throughout the games, they'll make the adjustments and the tweaks. And those are things that happens when Nick Nurse is on your coaching staff. And he's been able to do that. Not only has he been able to do that, he's been able to do that throughout series. So as this series go on longer and longer, and as Brooklyn try to find ways to get advantages and find ways, matchups that can work to help them have advantages against the Raptors, Nick Nurse is going to be making counters, and I feel like that's going to be the thing. Nick Nurse is a secret weapon and probably the biggest X factor in this series because we might not know exactly what he's going to do, but we know what he's capable of doing, and that will be enough to get the Nets out of here in 4 games. I do not see the Nets winning the game. You can call me crazy because I count them out all season, and if they win a game, I wouldn't be afraid to admit it, but I just feel like this particular team healthy, the way they are, I don't really see a way that Karis and Jared Allen and some shooters can beat this team at all. I don't really see it because I don't see them making enough shots and getting enough good looks to punish the Raptors for a 48-minute game. Now, we was talking about can they win a quarter? Yeah, but you got to play this Raptor team 48 minutes with Nick Nurse and with this team, and they just have too much talent. They just way better on both ends of the court, and honestly, they can neutralize a lot of the strengths of the Nets with adjustments and switch ups when it comes to lineups. So to me, I'm going Toronto. They're going to the second round, and I think Pascal Siakam is going to have a field day. I don't really see how him and a couple of guys on this team, I don't really see how they're going to match up and take them out of the game. And if we can slow down your offense and take y'all a lot of y'all sets that can get y'all easy opportunities, and you really can't do it to us, that just even strengthens the argument for the Raptors to get this done in a quick fashion. Other than that, not going to waste y'all time. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description, comment section below. Also, check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description, comment section below. Like on Facebook to show support. Thanks for everybody that already liked on Facebook. Also, if you're new to this channel and you like this type of video, I do discussions, playoff predictions, summer league coverage, whether it's breakdowns of legends, players, coaches, well, not coaches, legends, players, rookies, or even summer league analysis. I also do top 10 lists, season previews, trade deadline, free agency, And I try to make a video every day. So if you like this video, you like this type of content, you like it every day, this is the channel for you, as I do feed that for those type of people. And I have over 1,000 videos. So if you like this, you want to see more, I have a lot of videos for you guys to watch, and it will be on my channel. So thanks for the love. Thanks for watching. Even if you don't subscribe, it still supported the channel and allowed me to reach somebody that could be possibly interested. And that's all I can really ask for. I'll be coming tomorrow with the Lakers in Boston. So if you're new to the channel and you want to see that, come back to the channel tomorrow. Quinn Wade, Basketball Nuts, I'm gone. And enjoy you guys' weekend. And hopefully you have a good Saturday.